Hello guys, and in this tutorial we are going to review what we just learned in the following, not in the following, but in the previous tutorials, okay? So let me just write the title, which is a review or a recap, review, review. So basically what did we talk about? We talked about shell. Okay, first we talked about the shell, and we said that shell is a program that runs commands. Okay, so that was the first thing. And we talked about the difference between the shell and the terminal. Secondly, we talked about commands. We said that commands are programs that you can run with options and arguments. Then we talked about date and cal, and not only did we talk about them, but we also talked, again, not only did we talk about them, but we also executed them in the terminal, and we saw that they give us time and the current calendar month respectively. Although, calendar does have other options and date has options, and you can tweak those and look at various things. However, I did not get into that because I just feel it's irrelevant. You can use the up-down arrows to search command history. We also talked about that. You can use the clear command to clear terminal window. And you can exit the terminal session with exit and with typing exit and pressing enter, or pressing Control D on your keyboard. Okay, then we talked about directories and files. Okay, I will just write an ampersand here. Directories and files, we talked about those. We said that directories are a way to organize files, and files are resources that contain information. Then we talked about what to expect in the directories of a typical Linux directory hierarchy, and that was that long image where I had to scroll and talk for a long time, etc. That was that tutorial. Then we talked about the concept of parent and child directory. So a parent directory is not parent and child directory, but parent and current directory. So a parent directory is one directory above your current directory, and the current directory is the directory you are currently located in. Okay, and I will write this as parent and current directory. And by the way, a child directory would just mean a directory within the parent directory. If you were wondering, like, what's a child directory? Well, the child directory is just a directory within the parent directory. Okay. And then we talked about absolute and relative paths. So absolute and relative paths, THS. We said that, let this be a proper S, we said that absolute path names start with the root folder and proceed onward, and we said that relative path names start from the folder you are currently in. Okay, so hope it refreshed your memory. I hope this served as a really good review to kind of look at all the things that we have talked about, and some of these things, other than date and cal, basically all of these things are going to be pretty important. It's really important to understand what the shell is, what commands are, what are directories, what are files. Files can be stored in directories. Directories can have subdirectories. That is another term for directories within directories. You can have the current working directory, which you are currently located in. It has its parent directory, and there are absolute and relative paths. Okay, so those are all the things that are going to be essential as we go through the course. I hope you kind of caught them, or maybe not completely, but you're kind of sure what they are. I will, if I feel the need, I will review what those are, but I, from this point on, assume that you are relatively comfortable with dealing with these terms. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Thank you for watching the tutorial, and talk to you in the next tutorial.